today I'm going to make a Turkish style macaroni in the oven. It's the cheese sauce topping. I call it makarna firinda. I'm going to be using 750 grams of macaroni, 750 grams of minced lamb, about 4 medium onions, chopped finely, 230 grams of cheddar cheese, 100 grams of halloumi cheese, a couple of chopped parsley. The spices I'll be using is 3 garlic cloves, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and a quarter teaspoon of chili flakes. For the cheese sauce, I'm going to use 2.5 pints of milk. I'm going to heat it up using a medium heat and infuse it with these herbs. I'm going to use half an onion, a small bunch of parsley, 4 bay leaves, and about 20 peppercorns. I'm going to heat the milk up using a medium heat. And just before it begins to boil, I'm going to turn the heat down very low and let it simmer for about 10 minutes, then turn it off. I'm going to begin by frying my onions in a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil. Now I'm going to let this become transparent before I add my minced meat. The onions have become transparent now, and I'm going to add my minced lamb. Fry this until it becomes golden brown. I've been simmering my milk for about 15 minutes now, and now I'm going to strain it. The meat has now browned, so I'm going to add the spices and the garlic. And fry this for another 10 minutes. Check the meat for salt and pepper and add if you need to. If everything's okay, add your parsley. And just cook for another 2 minutes. And then the meat is ready. I'm now going to make my sauce. So I'm going to get my butter and just melt that. Make sure you use a very low heat. You don't want the butter to burn. I'm going to add the flour. Stirring continuously. The butter has now melted and combined with the flour. I'm going to slowly add the milk, making sure it's on a very low heat. I'm going to get my whisk and whisk continuously, adding bits at a time. The sauce has thickened now, so I'm going to simmer it for about 20 minutes to cook the flour. While I'm doing that, I'm going to cook the macaroni. I'm adding my macaroni to boiling water. I'm going to add a bit of olive oil, and a bit of salt. And leave that to boil for about 8 to 10 minutes. My sauce is looking good now. So now I'm going to add 3/4 of the cheddar cheese. I'm going to leave a bit to sprinkle onto the top. Also 3/4 of the halloumi cheese. And I'm going to add my spices. My sauce is now ready. It's lovely, thick and creamy. My pasta's also ready. So now I'm going to get a dish out and layer it I want to put half the pesto in my dish. And now I'm going to add the meat and just evenly layer it out. I'm going to add now the rest of the macaroni. My final layer is going to be the cheese sauce. Now I've laid my cheese sauce on the top. I'm going to add the final touches. I'm going to sprinkle the leftover cheese. And I'm going to put this in the oven for about half an hour or until the top has turned golden brown.